Chapter 1: A World Divided. There was a wall, massive, old, and cracked. It cut through the land like a scar, dividing two worlds. On one side, the sky was gray and dusty. The buildings were broken, the streets filled with rubble. Children like Tariq scoured the ground for anything useful, their games replaced by survival. The hum of drones, the distant echo of sirens, these were the lullabies of his childhood. On the other side, sunlight kissed rooftops and wind rustled green trees. In this world lived Leo, a boy with soft hands, a head full of comic books, and weekends spent building treehouses with his sister. War was something he read about in history class. One day, curiosity pulled both boys to the same place, the wall. Through a narrow crack, their eyes met. Chapter 2: Drawn Together. Tariq was the first to act. He crouched by the wall and used a shard of charcoal to draw a small bird on a scrap of paper. He gently pushed it through the crack. Leo, startled, picked it up. He smiled. He took out a colored pencil from his backpack and drew a sun. The next day, another drawing. Then another. They shared glimpses of their lives, houses, broken toys, trees, people. They didn't know each other's names. But through pictures, they spoke. Chapter 3: Questions and Silence. One afternoon, Leo slipped something different through the wall. It wasn't a drawing. It was a question. "Why is there a wall?" the note read. Tariq stared at the note for a long time before writing back. "Because adults are afraid." The next day, another note came. "Afraid of what?" Tariq hesitated. Then answered. "Of what they did. And what they didn't do." After that, neither boy passed a message for several days. They sat on opposite sides of the wall, backs pressed to the cold stone, thinking. Chapter 4: Breaking Barriers. The silence broke with the sound of something rolling through the crack. A football. Leo had sent it, unsure if it would even fit. But it did. Tariq stared at the ball, then smiled. A real smile, wide and unguarded. For hours, they kicked it back and forth through the crack. Each bounce was a wordless laugh. The wall, once deaf to joy, now echoed with it. Chapter 5: Hope. Over the weeks, the crack grew wider, maybe from age, maybe from purpose. Leo convinced his father to bring a book of stories. Tariq brought seeds from a dying plant in his yard. They each planted one on their side. Time passed. The saplings grew. So did the bond between the two boys. One day, the wall was no longer just stone. It was covered in vines, flowers, and moss. Nature had done what humans could not, softened the divide. Now older, Leo and Tariq met again at the wall. Only now, there was no need to peer through a crack. They could see each other clearly. They could talk. They could hope. The wall still stood. But it no longer stood in the way.